I have been saying the past several weeks that I believe we are in what I'm calling the Bonhoeffer moment. As the scourge of Nazism began to arise in Germany and Hitler began to come into substantial power, there were 18,000 churches in Germany. And Dietrich Bonhoeffer saw the storm clouds approaching, and he sought to mobilize these 18,000 churches, believing that they could be a bulwark against the evil that was soon to rain down upon Germany and Europe. Of the 18,000 churches, 3,000 of the churches, actually unbelievably, except we're seeing it today, sided with Hitler. They sided with Hitler. Even with his anti-Semitism, even with his radicalism, they sided with Hitler. And we see, sadly, tragically, within America, we see whole woke churches. I'm not talking about liberal churches. I'm talking about radical, woke, leftist ideology. These are not churches. They have become complete political propaganda machines. So we see that portion. 3,000 sided with Hitler. 3,000 joined Bonhoeffer and joined together with him to work against the emergence of Nazism. But 12,000 stayed neutral. And they said to Bonhoeffer, we're not going to get involved. We're not going to touch political things. This is not something that we're going to participate in. And we see that those 3,000 churches that did join Bonhoeffer, and by the way, of the 3,000 that joined him, really only a handful of those were actively speaking out. 3,000 churches was 16% of the full churches in Germany, and that was not enough to stem the tide of evil. What I believe we're in is this repeat moment right now. We have to learn from history, and we have to mobilize together. My grave concern has been that, by and large, the evangelical Christian church has not had a mobilized, structured response. Certainly, all kinds of wonderful organizations and wonderful churches have done individual things. But for the size of the global evangelical movement and the American evangelical movement, we should be able to make a lot more noise than we're making.